What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another sales update video. This is going to be the highlights video, the second half of August. I'm going to just split the month up into two videos, and then I'll probably do one for last week and get caught up, and then try to stay on top of this. So let me get adjusted, and let's see what's up. Oh, that's the last one. Alright, so like I said, this is, I believe it's just the second half from like the 15th on of August. It's just kind of highlights some of the better sales. I don't show you, I mean, maybe one of these days I'll do bread and butters, but this is the stuff that I look for kind of in that sweet spot between, you know, like the $20 and $40 range is, I mean, everyone loves a home run, but you don't find those all the time. And it's easy to buy a lot of $10 items, and that ends up being, it's good at first, but it'll end up being kind of like a waste of your time. So that, you know, $20 to $40 or $50 range is kind of like the sweet spot where I've been lately. So this first item is, I pick up Brooks running shoes a lot, and they usually do well for me. But the Brooks Addiction Walkers, I've seen them in white and black. I've actually seen them in like a tan color too. They always seem to sell really fast. And I've even sold thrashed pairs. Like they're never gonna be marked up. At least not the Addiction Walkers, because they look frumpy and old. But they always seem to sell quickly. Now this was a white pair. They went for $29.95. And in the past I probably would have listed these at $20 or $25 and I was doing free shipping. Now I tend to, just about anything that I'm listing, it is marked up like another $5 or $10, and I'm charging shipping. So keep that in mind when I show you a lot of this stuff. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you offers, because I could just be like, hey, you know, it sold for $1 million, because you can't actually see what offer I accepted, but I'm going to be honest and transparent, so you know. And sometimes you could get more money, sometimes you couldn't. So sometimes I just swing for the fences with my listing price, and you know, occasionally it works. This brand is a Swiss brand, I believe. It's Technica. If you've watched some of my older videos, you might have noticed I had a pair of Technica like pony hair boots or something like that. They were kind of crazy. But I saw these pack mocks, kind of like a camping summer shoe. They were in really good shape, like really good shape. And they went for $39.95 plus $8.95 shipping. So I got those for $4 or $5. You know, no one's going to mark that up. This was a unique t-shirt find. It wasn't in the greatest shape, and I wasn't sure what it would be worth, but I got it for like $1. It was a vintage Camel cigarettes all over print. If you know, you can see, I don't remember his name, but the Camel smoking. I listed it at $30. I got a $15 offer plus the $5 shipping, and I took it. So these Merrells, actually, they sat forever. I think I bought these somewhere between like 6 months and a year ago, but they were a small size, and that's I think they were girls 5. They did go for $24.99 though. This, I'm surprised. Okay, this was one of my online eBay arbitrage deals. I was looking for a lot of vintage North Face because it's cool to me, and I stole it basically. I got it for like $15 shipped, and as you can see, I got 40 out of it. I honestly thought that it was going to go for more. It's strange because I don't think I listed it at 32. Oh, I remember. I had it listed higher, and someone, you know, caught me on a slow week or something, and they put in an offer, and then we ended up kind of reaching the middle at 32. But he said that he couldn't submit an offer, so he requested me to revise the listing, and I did. Sometimes you just want to move stuff. So, I mean, $40, you know, I still doubled my money, but I thought that it would have went for more. This brand, I don't know how many times I've passed this. It's 511 Tactical Series. To be honest, if you don't know it, you would pass it every time. It looks like some big box store cargo shorts or something with some extra pockets. And I'm kind of embarrassed to say the only reason I learned of this brand is from playing Ghost Recon, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. And it's about SEALs in the military and stuff. And I noticed that they wear a lot of 511 gear. And so I saw it in the store and looked it up on eBay, and it had pretty decent comps. And these went for $24.95 with $4.95 shipping. Probably more than 90% of the cargo shorts that I sell. Excuse me. Asics Gel Cumulus 15. These were in really good shape, and they sold pretty quickly. So they were marked up a little bit, but I know I didn't pay over $10. I want to say they were in like the $7 or $8 range. So Toms, I always pick up Toms, the plain ones and the unique ones. And these were a pair of like heavier canvas chucks, or excuse me, like a chukka, almost like a chukka desert boot kind of. They went for 20 plus shipping. I actually overcharged $8.95. I must have been in a hurry because I think that those would have went first class. Toms usually do. I probably shipped it in a padded flat rate, cost $6.30, so made a few bucks there too. These were a gut buy. I like picking up vintage stuff. I like picking up, vintage sportswear and streetwear or whatever you want to call it. These were pretty faded and they looked awful in the thrift store. But I was, confident that I could clean them up. So I picked them up for $4, $3.99, and brought them home and basically used like a suede brush. It might have even been a steel wool brush. These are heavy duty. And just brushed out just gave them a really deep cleaning, and then cleaned the midsoles and the outsoles. And they cleaned up really well. And I actually got 40 plus shipping out of these. So $50 for some vintage Reeboks. I thought that these were pretty cool. The suede had some wear, but like the way shoes were made back then, like the suede was really thick and durable, and these had a lot of life in them, so that was a good flip. This was not so great of a flip. I didn't lose money, but this was one of my early retail ARB buys. I picked it up at a TJ Maxx. I did pay $10 for it, and it only ended up selling. This True Religion hat went for between 25 and 30. I don't remember the exact number. And I'm sure I could have held out for longer, but I really don't like holding on to stuff. So it has to be a really unique item for me to hold on to it. So these men's Merrell Intercept, they were Merrell Continuum, and it was the Intercept model, I believe, in a mocha colorway. I know that's a mouthful, but these were in really good shape, and the comps were higher than a lot of the other Merrells that I had seen or that I had listed lately. So I actually paid $10 for these, which it's rare that I will spend over like $8 on a pair of shoes in a thrift store. But $10, and I got 40 plus shipping for these, so that was, that was a pretty good flip. The same with these Salomon. Salomon is a brand I know, outdoor sports, from skiing and stuff like that to, water sports, hiking, running. It's just a good high-end outdoor brand. And these were a very unique running shoe. Let me see if I can zoom in. They were like a mesh. They had straps on the back. You could tell that they were like a trail runner that you could take into the water. Just like a really good trail runner shoe. And so I picked these up. And they actually went for full price also. That was $49.95 plus $7.95 shipping, which brings me to my last and best sale of this period, and probably of this year. I picked these up at a Goodwill. I saw them, and actually I went down the wall of shoes, and I picked up, a few of them And then on my way back, I noticed that there was a bin, and I went through the bin. They just they weren't put out yet, and I ended up getting like almost 10 pairs of shoes, and a lot of them were really good. I scored a pair of Air Jordan 1s for myself, and another pair of Jordans that I sold already. And these happen to be the Nike Kobe 9 Elites. There was a couple different keywords. I went with the Christmas. Another listing had them named something else, but comps were all over the place. The ones that I saw were between like 100 and 200. And these were really clean. They were a little on the smaller side. 9.5's a good size, but probably not as good as a 10 or 11. So I listed them at $250, knowing I'm running a sale. Brought it down probably around $200, and I think including shipping, I ended up getting like $160 or $170 for them. So, and I think it was only $8. It might have been 10. I know it wasn't more than 10, but you know, I saw this unique model, this style, that they're like the super high top basketball shoe, and a lot of Kobe's go for quite a bit. Not as much as some of the real sought after Jordans, but you know, like 150, 160 for some used basketball shoes. So anyways, that's it. That's my last item for this sales update video, and that brings us up to September. So in the next couple days, I'll get that first week out, and I'll talk to you guys soon.